Warning, the podcast you're about to hear has a unique conservative perspective and may be politically incorrect, containing some controversy in its message. This episode may speak out against liberalism, socialism, the dark state, and religious organizations. It is possible that evil in politics, education, law, society, and religion will be discussed and exposed. However, we believe this podcast adds truth and value to a mature, disenfranchised audience who may be tired of apostate religions and wicked world systems. Listeners who are easily offended, overly sensitive, or have progressive leanings sympathetic to the topics we expose should be forewarned not to listen any further. We thank both those who choose to listen as well as those who choose not to listen. You've been warned. And now, let us get on with the show.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Freedom Friday, our alternative news.
Freedom Friday. Today is March 2nd, 2018.
And we got horrible, horrible stories of demonic stupidity and satanic thought and behavior all around us. And all I can say is, folks, we are surrounded by idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they're human or not, or they used to be human and they transgendered into satanic fools. My God, I'm at my wit's end.
Mm-hmm.
Just idiots everywhere. Just idiots.
Exactly.
There was a few people on YouTube last week that were saying Nibiru was right around the corner, and it was supposed to hit last night or the night before or something like that. And, of course, you never believe that when someone gives you a date. It's always wrong because it just doesn't work that way. But anyway, these stupid people, they'll just keep going on, and they'll just make other stuff up. But, in my heart of hearts, I was like, gosh, wouldn't that be nice? Just end it. Pull the plug. I know a lot of you are going, you can't say that. I got a life. Well, I don't know. I just can't stand it here. Let's see. You have a scripture, and then we'll go right on to it.
I do. We'll start in Galatians 6, 7, and 8, which says, "Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. For he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. But he that soweth to the Spirit shall of the Spirit reap everlasting life. Life everlasting, And then Jeremiah 12, 10 through 13 says, "Many pastors have destroyed my vineyard. They have trodden my portion underfoot. They have made my pleasant portion a desolate wilderness. They have made it desolate, and being desolate it mourneth unto me. The whole land is made desolate, because no man layeth it to heart. And the spoilers are come upon all high places through the wilderness. For the sword of the Lord shall devour from the one end of the land even to the other end of the land, and no flesh shall have peace. They have sown wheat, but shall reap thorns. They have put themselves to pain, but shall not profit. And they shall be ashamed of your revenues because of the fierce anger of the Lord."
Well, compiling these stories here today, the one thing that I really noticed over and over again is that this system, the belief system in the world today, everything's based on a lie. There's a foundation and it's a lie. And then they just keep building on that lie more lies. It's all lies.
Mm-hmm.
Their thought process, the agenda, how they think, it's all lies. There's no truth in it. And the lie, they're insane lies. I mean, just total insanity. And I'm thinking, what kind of mentality does a human have to buy into this?
I know, right?
I mean, I really feel like I'm living in that movie, Idiocracy. I really do. Just surrounded by idiots. And I'm not that bright. It's not like, I'm super bright. But I just come from a world, in the parallel universe I came from, it wasn't like this.
Mm-mm.
There was civilization. Not everybody followed God. The vast majority of people didn't.
Mm-hmm.
but they were civil and they had half a brain and they knew the difference between insanity. But it ain't like that anymore.
Mm-mm.
So I don't know what's going on. I don't know how long it's going to be. I don't know if I'm going to continue to live to be an old stupid man, bitter and regretting everything. I have no idea, but I'm telling you what, it
gets harder and harder.
Well, it really does. It does. And I can't shut it off. That's the problem. I can't shut it off. Now, we have legal marijuana here in Nevada. Maybe I need to go to a dispensary and get some Blue Chill or something, and just start eating gummy bears and chilling out. And it'll just take the edge off because I won't care. And I'll start talking like this. Dude, it's so cool that you were once a woman and now you're a man. I'd just be a friggin' idiot like every other friggin' idiot. Driving my stupid idiot car around in little circles and doing, I'm not happy today because of this stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's like.
Because your soul, your righteous soul is vexed.
Yeah, it really is. Just like that scripture. Lot sitting in Sodom and Gomorrah, and day after day, he's surrounded by idiots and satanic agenda and lies. And his soul is just tormented.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm righteous, but I'm righteous through Christ.
Mm-hmm. And your eyes are open.
Yeah, and I can't shut them. I'm not going to go back. I can't go back to sleep. You can't just go back in your cave.
Mm-mm. And you hate sin. And so when you see it and you see injustice, that rails you.
Yeah, I hate the satanic system.
Yeah, and that's the way we should be. We should hate it. You should respond to it like that, with hate.
Yeah, I absolutely do. And I know the whole idea is to deceive mankind and to prove the point that God's creation sucked. That's the point he's trying to prove, and he's been trying to prove it since the garden, right? Because they were made. Man was made in the image of God himself. And Satan came and said, "You know what? I can circumvent this. And I'm going to show you that they're not us. They're not angels. They're not. I'm not going to bow down and worship a man, one of your creations. I'm not going to do it." And he proved that the first man and woman were stupid enough to take the bait. We've been in this situation ever since, over and over again. He supplied redemption, a way out. We're still stupid. Can't seem to grasp that. And his whole thing is to show, and that's why he's called the accuser. So he goes up and he accuses. He goes, look what they do. Look what they're doing now. They're dressed like men and women when they're not. They think gender is something they can just decide on any day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Look what they're doing, God. You, because you're a just God, have to do something about it. That's his whole job, see? I can see that, but the idiots that are around me can't.
That's right.
And so they're part of that system, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first on our idiot watch today, I don't even know who these people are. Now, I think you guys know, Miss Kapow and I unplugged cable television years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We used to go on the motorhome, we'd go on vacation, and then we would, go to the RV park, plug into their cable and watch some TV because we didn't watch it at home. And we're just like, whoa, look at this crap,
Yeah.
And then when, we moved here in Nevada, we just have extended basic, right? So I can get news if something bad happens, I know where the bomb hit,
Right.
but we don't watch it. We don't watch it. We just do everything on the internet. We don't. There's nothing on there that I would watch. It's just trash.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why I think the way I do, because I'm not corrupted in the brain watching stupid things.
Right.
I don't participate in sports. Don't watch sports. It's not that I'm holier than anybody else. It's just
But it's frustrating. It doesn't entertain you.
No. It doesn't feed my soul. It doesn't feed my intellect. It does nothing. So I say that not to go, oh, I'm so cool. I just say that it's just a fact. And then because of that, I don't know who these people are.
Mm-mm.
I don't know who half these people are, celebrities and stuff. I have no idea. But I do know that they're screwed up in the head. And here's this guy. His name is Frederick Eklund, and he is a gay faggot, and he has a husband named Derek Kaplan. And they're gay, and they're sodomites, okay? And there's something mentally wrong with them. There's something wrong with another man being sexually attracted to another man.
Yeah.
Or a woman being sexually attracted to another woman. There's something wrong in your head. And it's the rebellion and the witchcraft and the demons in your life that have caused that kind of behavior.
Mm-hmm.
That's not right.
No.
It's not normal. I don't care if it's legalized in 2008 here in the United States. I don't care if the courts recognize it. It's not normal.
Yeah, it's not right. It's not.
And there's all kinds of people on YouTube, the truther movement, the truther channels, they're getting shut down left and right. A bunch of people are getting shut down. And I just read an article today that Google, who owns YouTube, has secret, secret companies and people who monitor channels to shut them down. And one of them came out today, because they're under contract of secrecy, but one of them came out today. The Southern Poverty Law Center is one of the secret people Google uses to shut people down, to monitor. So what it is, anybody who's conservative or anybody who's calling out gays or transgenders or anything like that, they're getting shut down.
Yeah, they are. That's really true. It
is. But if you have a YouTube channel and all you do is talk about UFOs and aliens and all that stuff, oh, you just keep on going. They keep funding them and getting money, and you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I started off on YouTube years ago. I started off on YouTube, and I had a channel for years. And before Google bought it out, I got out and quit because I saw the writing on the wall. This is stupid. Mm-hmm. Well, they kept giving me copyright strikes for my own songs that I wrote.
Yeah. How frustrating is that?
Yeah.
How stupid is that?
I wrote them. I have them copywritten with the Library of Congress, and they were giving me strikes. And I was like, okay, I can't deal with idiots. Mm-hmm. So I say all this to say this. On this show, I'm calling out gays. I'll call out transgenders. We talk about all this stuff. Why are they not taking down podcasters? Why are they not listening to me and taking down podcasters?
Because you pay for it.
Because I pay for this platform. I pay money for this. They make money off me. YouTube is free. You think anything's free? You think Facebook's free?
Nope.
You start...
you pay in the end somehow.
Yeah, exactly. You start saying stuff on Facebook about this stuff, and you're going to get shut down eventually. I'm surprised Fifth Hook Media has even lasted this long. But it's a business page. So all they have to do is make sure that no one sees it. Anyway, I'm going on a rant, ain't I? Frederick Eklund and his husband, Derek Kaplan, are now proud parents of twins. Apparently, this guy is a reality
star, something like that.
Yeah, it's on the $1 million listing. It's some show on Bravo. Ooh, you're big time. Mm-hmm. Bravo, $1 million listing. It's one of those stupid reality real estate shows. And he's gay as a $2 bill, and he has a husband. And this is what's disgusting. On our Facebook page, Fifth Hook Media, I put this picture on it, and it just repulses me to even look at it.
I can't even look at it.
These two guys, these two homosexuals, these sodomites, are both dressed in hospital gowns like they gave birth or one of them gave birth. They're in hospital gowns. Mm-hmm. Hospital gowns. They're both holding two brand new infants in their arms while they kiss. Mm-hmm. It's lie after lie, built after lie. The first lie was that men can be homosexuals and it's normal. That's the first lie, that you're born that way and you're attracted to another man. It's a lie. It's not natural. Mm-mm. But as soon as society accepted that lie, then it's built on it. Then they have rights. And then we got to legalize it. And then you got to do this. And then you got to teach it in school. And now
they have rights to be parents.
Yeah, because they want a family. 2 little babies. And these idiots are dressed in hospital gowns. The whole thing is just trying to show you like that's a woman or something.
It's a mockery.
It's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're proud parents of twins. And this guy shared on Instagram. That's another thing that just irks my nerve, but I won't go there. A snap of their new son and daughter with the caption, "Happiest moment of my life. Welcome Frederick and Mila to the world." And they each cradle a swaddled infant while sharing a kiss for the camera. And they're in hospital gowns.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more pictures of these 2 guys on the celebrity runways and everything. It's just totally disgusting. But it says the couple previously were using a surrogate who miscarried twins in 2015. This is a woman. They were using a woman to have kids for them.
Mm-hmm.
This woman miscarried in 2015, and then they used another woman to do the same thing, and she also miscarried. You think that'd be a clue?
Yeah.
That maybe these kids shouldn't be born into your insanity, into your lie.
Yep.
But no, nay. They get what they want.
Mm-hmm.
So, he says things are changing. We're on our way now. I feel good. And he said it's been very difficult for him and his husband, Derek. He knows it's been even harder on the surrogates. Well, you think?
Yeah.
And he says, I'm trying to be respectful that we are 2 guys trying to have a baby. And when we've been sad and we've had our thing, we haven't even had anything happen to our bodies. So I'm very respectful of that side of it, which is little unknown to me and what our surrogates have gone through.
He's trying to relate.
Yeah, he's trying to relate. But now it's worked. And they struggled emotionally after the first miscarriage. And they saw him lose a little boy and a little girl he had called Mila. And then one of these guys donated a sperm to a lesbian couple.
Mm-hmm. Why not?
After their surrogate suffered another miscarriage.
Mm.
And after those twins were lost, the devastated realtor took to Instagram to let his fans know the truth. But now they got 2 kids. And here's the lie. So it's built upon a lie, right? That homosexuality, sodomy is a normal thing. It's not. It's not. It's strange flesh. It's demonic. They have demons.
Yep.
Demons love sodomy. And he tells, he says, our family is no different from yours. Is that the truth or is that a lie? Of course they're different. He says, we just want to build our own unit of love in our own home.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like a failure and that I'll never get to where I want to go. And that's for me and Derek to finally become parents. Are you serious? Anyway.
Yeah. It's just...
Some of the comments are just incredible. Well, one says this should help the guys grow up. That's probably a good one. And then the other one, oh, congrats to them. I can see Frederick doing the dinosaur kick right now, laughing out loud. Another one. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I'm just reading them and getting upset.
Well, you read them. Read a few.
Congratulations on your new little family, gentlemen. I wish you all the love, joy, and happiness always.
Kiss. Hugs and kisses. Good luck with your new little family. Funny question. And this is the same question I ask. But as they didn't physically plop the babies out, why are they wearing surgical gowns?
I know.
Yeah. Another one says very sad. Someone says, I hope this all works out for them. Someone says how times change. I agree with this person. UK people have gone mental beyond repair. Someone says children are not lifestyle choice accessories.
Exactly.
Gosh.
And that's I just feel terrible for these babies. I
Two.
really do. 2 innocents.
Yeah. Well, maybe they're not even real humans. Maybe let's just say they're synthetics. Let's hope so. My goodness. Remember a few months ago, President Trump he tweeted and he says, no more transgenders in the military.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody got all upset at him. Well, it doesn't matter what he said because first transgender service member joins military following the Trump ban. Here's how it works. This person, this transgender, joined the military for the first time since Trump announced the ban in July, the Pentagon said. And the Defense Department confirms that there's at least one transgender. Now, let me tell you something. These people are mentally ill.
Yeah.
A transgender, they're mentally ill. You don't wake up one day and go, I am not a male. This penis between my legs means nothing. I feel I'm a female. Who are you to tell me the foundational lie is that you can choose your own gender whenever the hell you feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a foundational lie, and then they build lie upon lie upon lie upon it.
That's
just
right.
like the gays did.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going. I mean, it's really going full steam now. And oh my God, you just got to be, respectful of trans people and blah, blah, blah. It's nuts. It's insanity. It's mentally retardation.
Yep.
So anyway, this transgender individual is under contract for services in the military. The Defense Secretary, James Mattis, should be ashamed of himself. James Mattis, whatever. Mattis the Pattis. He formally recommended last Friday that transgender troops be allowed to serve in the U.S. military provided they can deploy overseas.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they need people to get killed. They need people to go fight their damn Illuminati wars and their New World Order. So I guess I shouldn't be complaining because, send them all over there. Send the mentally ill over there then. I guess I shouldn't be complaining.
Yeah, but it also hurts the real soldiers.
It does.
You know what I mean?
And as taxpayers, I got to pay for these mentally ill
And they're
people.
only there to get their free surgeries.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the loophole they're gonna find. This Mattis, I don't know how to pronounce his stupid name. He recently issued a new policy saying if any service member was unable to deploy with their unit for more than 12 months, excluding being wounded in combat, that person would be kicked out of the military, right? So I guess what he was trying to do is because when you have gender reassignment surgery, it usually takes 12 months. I guess to heal up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so saying, well, if they don't come back in 12 months, they're out of here. But what if they don't have the gender reassignment surgery? Or they just have the tops done? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. He said the new policy was for non-deployable troops, and the recent court orders have shaped the defense secretary's thinking about transgender people in the military. And the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff additionally had raised concerns about kicking out transgender troops who already were serving honorably.
Annoying.
Look at this stupid, what was this, the traitor guy that Obama released.
Oh, yeah, that one.
That wants to run for a Senate.
Mm-hmm.
That used to be a dude. Chelsea, I forget his real
remember.
name, but he's a dude who turned transgender in prison. So the defense secretary's new deployment policy makes it unlikely, though it's still possible, that the Pentagon would continue paying for genital reconstruction surgery since the recovery time is often longer than a year. What if it's not a year?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so then the government, your taxes, the enormous amount of taxes they take out of my check get to pay for this mentally retarded individual.
Yeah, so that he can get what he needs.
Yeah. So it's very annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Last summer, the Pentagon was caught by surprise when Trump tweeted that transgender troops were no longer welcome in the military in any capacity. But that order was blocked by federal court. You see the lie upon lie upon lie?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of the judges and the federal courts going, well, yeah, because these people are not normal. There's something wrong with them. It's a lie built upon lie built upon lie.
That's right.
This is satanic. This is what he does. Humans do not understand, obviously, the agenda behind this. It's so he can accuse, rightfully so, accuse humans before the Creator God and go, you have to destroy them. Look at they suck.
Mm-hmm.
Your creation sucks. I proved it.
It's just like that scripture I read earlier. God will not be mocked, though.
No. There's coming a day. It's just hard for me to see that day and keep anticipating it, in my little bubble. Because it gets hard. Yeah. It gets tough. It's like, come on, man. Really? How this?
I know. It's annoying.
Read some of these comments, man.
Oh, I know.
This first guy says the military now is giving their stamp of approval on the mentally ill to be in the service. Very disappointing. Matus should know better.
And then this blonde person,
yes,
1969, says, actually, it's a good thing for America, attracting the best and the brightest, and General Mattis is a good leader.
See, in this blonde 1969 reply, this person has replied on several things like this. So it's either a bot, it's either a CIA, it's a troll. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so what it does is you're like, I just don't believe it's a real person. This other person says, deploy to North Korea, see what happens. The same blonde 1969 says, you first, Rambo. Right? Anyway, it goes on, and most people are against this stuff. They say this is a sad day for humanity. Be all you can be, but not in the our army. I don't know what they meant by that. This one person, I like this, says a male who has cosmetic surgery and takes hormone pills is not a female.
Yeah.
And then this other person says, who says you get to decide someone else's gender? See the lie built upon the lie. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's annoying. Very annoying.
Let's take a commercial break because I'm about to scud. We'll be right back.
Demons in My Marriage Bed, a true story of spiritual warfare, changed the way my spouse and I conduct spiritual battle and has increased our alertness level to the tactics of Satan. This is an excellent training manual for building a stronger marriage by exposing the tactics your enemies use against you from all online digital retailers. God bless you all.
All right, we're back.
We're back.
I don't know what happened to that. It just abruptly ended. Okay, you had mentioned God will not be mocked. He's being mocked with this new TV show called Living Biblically. It's a sitcom. Walks a fine line with viewers from Fox News. I wouldn't watch this trash if you paid me.
No. And we just happened to come across it one day that we were watching some YouTube thing.
Yeah, that's the first I heard of it.
And we were like, it was like the first time we heard that there was a show called Lucifer.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my goodness. But then this one, it was like, oh, we had no words when we saw this.
This is a show by the Luciferians to totally put in a comedy perspective, to make light of, to make fun of, and to discount the words of God. That's all this is. And it is amazing some of the comments that you read on this and how many stupid, ignorant, biblically ignorant, so-called cultural Christians are going to think this is okay.
Yeah.
That God's going to use this somehow. Idiots. This is from CBS, and they debuted their first episode of a new comedy called Living Biblically. And apparently it's about this guy who decides to live his entire life in strict adherence to the literal word of the Bible. Ha ha, isn't that funny? Because they wouldn't know the real Bible if it hit them in the butt, you see. So they're just going to take these crazy parts of it and go, well, why don't they do that with the Quran? I mean, the Quran has a lot of weird stuff in it, right? Yeah. Well, why don't we do a show about a guy who says, I'm a white guy living in Philadelphia, and I like smoking me some herb and drinking me some whiskey, and I think I'm going to grow me a big long beard because I become an imam and live the Quran exactly. Why don't they do a show like that?
Oh, no. Got to respect that Muslim faith.
Yeah. So this irritates me. And yet Billy Graham is lying in repose under the rotunda of the White House.
Yeah.
Only a couple of civilians have ever been in there. They're always presidents. They're always the kings of the earth. They're always the guys who sit as God in the White House, in that temple. That I just throw that out there. I want you to think who this guy was. Come on. But no one says anything about that. Where are the Satanists and the atheists in the Church of Satan? How come they're not protesting Billy Graham in the White House?
Yeah, it's not because they respect him.
Yeah, how come they're not protesting that? They'll protest the 10 Commandments in a park, but Billy Graham, the great evangelical preacher, is sitting in the rotunda, dead as a doornail, and no one's saying anything. Where do I go from here, Miss Pow? Where do I go? I can only go up. I've hit rock bottom. Okay, the show's plot is controversial. The pilot begins with an explanation. This guy named Chip, he's a regular guy. He goes to church confessional. He goes to Catholic church, right?
Okay, there. That's your first clue right there.
He goes to the pagan Catholic church, and he explains to his Antichrist priest and the audience that he's a regular guy, but he's hardly a saint. He confesses a bunch of stuff, stupid stuff to the priest. And other than that, his life is pretty normal. However, his life is rocked by the death of his best friend, so he finds himself questioning his relationship to faith. And at the funeral, he sees his friend's mother, who laments and says her son is in hell for giving up going to church. Mm. And he says, well, so did I. And so she says, so you'll see each other again.
See, and that's supposed to be funny.
Yeah, and everybody laughs. Ha, ha, ha. Because these people didn't listen to our hell series. Mm-hmm. It's serious. It's a real place. And they're going there. And we're trying to warn people, but they don't listen.
And they're making fun of it.
They make fun of it. And it says this sends him into a bit of depression, quickly broken when his wife reveals she's pregnant. And so in order to get his life back on track, he goes to a bookstore to try to find some self-help books, but instead he finds a Bible. And so he gets this Bible, and he decides to live his life totally biblically for 9 months, hoping to become a better person. Now, here's another thing that just gripes my arse. Every term you get to separate yourself from the world, they steal. Mm-hmm. I've been using the term biblical Christian for years to separate those who are cultural Christians. Cultural Christianity or American Christianity. So I've been using that for years. Biblical
to make
Christians.
A distinction.
Yeah. And now they've hijacked it and they call it biblically, living biblically. Mm-hmm. To me,
to irritate.
When I use that term, when I say someone's living biblically, that means they're following Christ and they're following God in their heart and their soul, and they love Him so much that they're living their life for Him and have submitted to Him, right? But no, they're going to take it and make something else out of it.
Yep.
Just, the term Holy Spirit. They've hijacked that.
Yep.
Or Jesus Christ. You don't know who's Jesus Christ. You don't know which one's the real Jesus anymore. Over and over again. So anyway, where am I, Miss Capel?
You are in that second paragraph down here.
Well, I don't know. He finds a Bible, so he says he decides to read that way biblically. And he
says that he goes into a depression.
Okay.
Because which is quickly broken when his wife Leslie says she's pregnant, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I read that. I'm further. I don't know where I'm at. Anyway, he asks questions like, can a person really mix fabrics, or asked of them in Leviticus 19:19, or what happens if one's significant other isn't a religious person? And so anyway, they do episodes. It's funny. Haha. You get the thing. And, but some of these people some of the viewers took to Twitter, and they said the show was taking a satirical look at the Bible. And
I like what this person says. He says, you designed the show to mock the Bible. God doesn't care that you wear mixed fabrics. This show is hypocritical of what the Bible actually says. Make a show making fun of liberals. And, yeah.
This one person says, I was one of those skeptics who thought the show would be making fun of Christians. A positive viewer wrote, however, it's hilarious and sweet and interesting.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, what an idiot.
Yeah, and this other person says, it's actually really nice to see a TV show promoting the Bible. There's your stupid Christian.
Yeah.
and Christianity while also representing other points of view.
There's the idiot. There's the idiot I was talking about. There's the cultural Christian idiot.
Oh, here's an atheist. Found my new favorite comedy. I'm an atheist and the priest cracks me up.
That should be your clue right there.
Mm-hmm.
That an atheist who doesn't believe in God finds it entertaining. Anyway. One person says, I wanted to try this way back when I was a teen or younger. Wonder if I should try it along with the first season. Ha ha! Yeah. Here's another stupid person. Says on a comment, I don't have TV anymore. Too much violence and mindlessness. Okay, great. I agree. CBS doing a sitcom on Christianity. Whether it's bashing or not, it's old. And if they want to be controversial, why don't they do Islam? Exactly. And then they go, yes, I know. They do too. But I have to remind myself that the Lord can take a negative and turn it into a positive. If one person come genuinely to the saving knowledge of the gospel of Christ, give God the glory. God bless to all. Remember, Jesus really do love you.
But they're making a mockery out of the Bible, out of the gospel. So how are people going to hear the truth then?
Exactly. How can one person come to the genuinely saving knowledge of the gospel of Christ by watching something that's mocking it? But that's what I'm talking about.
You see?
Yes.
And then this is the stuff that we read day in and day out. We see this in the world, and we're just oversaturated with this garbage.
Saturated. That's true. A little closer to home here in Nevada, and I only talk about this because I live in Nevada and I ran across this. Our Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles, or DMV, is planning to allow transgender drivers to choose gender identity. Anybody see a problem with this? Mm-hmm. Anybody have law enforcement background? Anybody know family or anybody with law enforcement background? Do you see a problem with allowing somebody to put whatever they want on their official documents, their official ID?
Mm-hmm. Because now they're supposed to be chasing a man.
But they've stopped a female.
Exactly.
And he has ID to prove that he's a female. So the dude that robbed the bank, that can't be me. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's just a little stupid example that could happen. But you know all the other stuff that can happen. But the libtards don't think beyond the moment. They're brain dead. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying, because it's lie built upon lie. And once they bought into the lies, they don't think beyond it.
No.
So this is here in Nevada, and it says those identifying as transgender in Nevada could soon be able to pick which gender they identify with at the DMV. And the DMV said there was no opposition during a public meeting to a proposal. No opposition at all. Nobody opposed this at all. And the proposal would eliminate the requirement of a doctor's note for transgender people when filling out identifying documents. And the purpose of that is the doctor to say, yeah, they've been reassigned and they're no longer male, it's a female.
Wow. But
we don't need that. They just go on your own word. It says, we're removing the requirement to have a physician's signature, which was stupid enough as it was. And then they say transgender. Here's the lie, folks. Here's the lie built upon lies. Here's the original lie. Transgender people know what gender they are, and a lot of them don't really want to have a physician in the middle of it. I hope you recognize a lie. Mm-hmm. That transgender people know what gender they are.
Yeah.
There's no biology. There's no nature. There's no common sense. There's no sanity anymore. Everything you've learned in the past doesn't exist. You can now just wake up and be whatever you want. And the DMV says, so we think that's an unnecessary burden, and we're just removing that requirement. And this change will go into effect when the state legislative commission approves it.
Stupid. Stupidity at its finest, that's for sure.
It is. Here's one we talked about last year. In fact, it's been a year ago. There is a female that thinks she's a dude. And this female is a female wrestler, a high school wrestler, and a very good one that goes up to the state finals. And this female, because she wants to be a dude, hasn't had reassignment surgery. So she still has a vagina. Okay? Mm-hmm. And boobs. But what she does take is male hormones. You know what male hormones are?
Makes her stronger.
It's testosterone. It's what you call steroids. Steroids, testosterone is what makes a male look like a male. Estrogen is what makes a female look like a female. They're illegal hormones to people on the street to get. You can't get them. They're illegal. They're Schedule III drugs. But if a doctor prescribes it to you for medical reasons, then it's okay. And there are some medical reasons that people might need some testosterone. But thinking that you're a man when you're a woman is not one of them in reality. But nay. Transgender wrestler Mac Beggs, she's a female, by the way. Her real name is Mackenzie. Finishes high school career with another UIL state title amid boos, criticism, and questions. Did you see the picture of this gal, Ms. Capel?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm looking at her right now.
It looks like an 18-year-old dude.
Yes, it does.
Muscular, put up, in great shape. You would never know this was a female.
No.
Never. Mac Beggs had been in this very spot a year ago, beating the same state championship, Chelsea Sanchez, by the way, who's a real female.
Mm-hmm.
She is wrestling other girls, but she's on dope. She's on steroids. She looks like a dude.
Yeah, which normally would disqualify.
Yeah, but nay. It's Euless Trinity, that's the name of the school. Transgender wrestler Beggs thought his Class 6A 110-pound girls title victory on Saturday would be more universally understood, respected and embraced than last year's, but he was in for a disappointment.
Because see how stupid they are?
Yeah, because real people don't see it that way.
Mm-mm.
A piercing cascade of cheers and boos enveloped Beggs at the end of the match. The last of his high school career, he responded by repeatedly tapping his chest, her chest, by the way, and turning in a circle like a gorilla, so that every soul in the Berry Center, pro and con, could see her.
Mm-hmm.
They interviewed Beggs. Did it feel different to win? He says, it felt a lot. I felt a lot more humble. This year I wanted to prove a point that anyone could do anything. Yeah, when you're on dope and you have help.
Yeah,
and
why don't you find a real male wrestler?
Yeah, why don't you? The guy. Well, you know what she says? They can't. It's the rules of the school or the whatever that prevent me from doing that. She says, even though I was put in this position, even though I didn't want to be put in this position, even though I wanted to wrestle the guys, I still had to wrestle the girls. What can I tell people? I can tell the state legislator to change the policy, but I can't tell them to change it right now. So this gal is now the state championship, but she looks like a dude and is as strong as a dude.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestling high school girls. And he says, all I can hope for is that they come to their senses and realize this is stupid and we should change the policies to conform to other people in my position. See, the whole world has to buy into the lie, right? Because the lie started when they said someone could wake up and go, I'm no longer a female, I'm a male. And as soon as you bought that lie, this is the kind of crap that happens. And it's going to get worse and worse and keep building and building. The military's having problems. Everybody's having, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just going, that's a lie. You're insane. And go live on an island somewhere then as a chick or a dude, whatever you want to do. But you're not going to be part of this society because it doesn't make sense. It's not normal.
No.
It's not normal for two men to be dressed in hospital gowns, having little babies through a surrogate because they want to start their own love family unit.
Mm-mm.
He was born female, Mackenzie. He identifies as a male, even though she has not had gender reassignment surgeries. She recently consulted a plastic surgeon and hopes to soon have top surgery. You know what that is, to remove the boobs. She still has boobs.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked, what did you think of the booze? And he says, I've never cared about what people think. And she says, they're saying steroids. They're saying, oh, they're beating up on girls. And then she lies to herself and to everybody else. It just comes down to technique and who has the most heart. Really?
No.
You're as big as a house. You're super muscular. You're as strong as a guy. You're on steroids. And she says, I put too much blood, sweat, and tears. I put too much BS into this journey that I wanted to come out on top. In my heart, I am a champion. No matter who you put in front of me, I'm a champion. No, you're not. You're a liar.
Yep, that's right.
You're a liar and a cheater.
And I feel bad for the person that fought him.
Yes.
Or her. The Cypress Ranch senior, Kayla Fitz, who was 52-0 this season before falling to Beggs 11-2 in Saturday's semifinal match. See, that's not right.
It's not right.
The strength definitely was the difference, she said. I didn't anticipate how strong she was. Asked whether she believed having to wrestle Beggs was fair, Fitz firmly responded, no. Well, why not? I understand if you want to transition your gender. I understand that totally. But there's a time and a place. You can do that after high school, or if you want to do it, you can quit the sport, because I don't think it's fair at all that you're taking testosterone and that's steroids, and I know it's not a lot, but still, so.
You know what? They keep saying, I know it's not a lot. Of course it's a lot. If you're going to take a female and make it look like a male, you have to give them a lot of steroids, a lot of testosterone. You right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to take a guy like me and try to make me look female, you have to give me a lot of estrogen. It is a lot. But this Beggs has taken doctor prescribed low dose testosterone injections, currently 36 milligrams per week. Come on, folks. She looks like a dude. She's strong as a horse. Since October of her freshman year, her gender transition and hormone therapy, however, did not come to public light until last January. Now, here's the rub. State law and UIL rules prohibit steroid use by high school athletes. But her testosterone injections are permissible. You know why? Because of the law's safe harbor provision. What's that? It allows steroids that are dispensed, prescribed, delivered, and administered by a medical practitioner for, are you ready for it? A valid medical purpose. Did you catch the lie?
Mm-hmm.
They're saying transgenderism is a valid medical purpose. It is not. Any more than a nose job is or a tummy tuck.
Yeah, it's elective surgery.
Yeah. How is that a valid medical purpose? They lie. The beginning is a lie that this is a medical issue. Somebody who says, I want to be a chick. And now it's a medical problem. And because they're getting drugs by a doctor, it's now safe harbor. Can you see the insanity there?
Yeah.
The state, the UIL, everything should just be shut down. They should just be shut down. Shame on anybody who even went to these matches.
Mm-hmm.
They should just be shut down. Why do other people participate in a world of insanity?
Yeah.
Why do you keep it going on? It's like people watching the NFL and watching them kneel and not kneel, or did this or that. Why do you keep participating?
I know.
Just opt out. Amazing. Anyway, this chick who's now looking like a dude has an academic scholarship offer from a small college. She declines the name. A school, she says, has promised him. By the way, I'm changing the pronoun because throughout the whole article it calls him a him, and it's a her. Once again, it promised her a chance to wrestle on the men's team. An emotional Beggs, thank you, Liz Trinity, wrestling coach. Blah, blah. I hope that's true. I hope she goes and wrestles a real dude.
Mm-hmm.
A real dude with skill. I hope so. And just gets the hell beat out of her and see what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about humility. Anyway. And it says, despite the safe harbor provision and birth certificate rule, and Beggs' often stated preference to wrestle boys, public outcry began with a low grumble 13 months ago and grew into an uproar. Well, you blame him?
Mm.
Apparently, some parent filed a lawsuit that attempted to block Beggs from wrestling girls.
Yeah. Well, plus to that, Beggs could hurt.
Oh gosh,
one of the girls there.
Absolutely, you got to respect
and their career.
Yes,
it's not right.
You have to respect nature. You know, You're not going to go wrestle a polar bear and think that you have skills over a polar bear. You have to respect nature, but they have no respect for nature. Last May, a law proposed in the Texas House would have given the UIL latitude to suspend athletes if the safety of competing students or the fairness of a particular competition has been or will be substantially affected by the student's steroid use. That's a good law. But guess what? Mm-hmm. The lawsuit was dismissed by the county judge. Mm-hmm. Why? The proposed law, Senate Bill 2095, breezed through the Senate but died in the House's Public Education Committee because, according to the committee's chairman, it was received too late in the legislative session.
Really?
What a crock of cookies. With legal avenues having at least been temporarily played out, the turmoil surrounding Beggs lessened considerably during this wrestling season. The unspoken yet palpable general feeling entering Beggs' last state meet was, let's get this weekend over with and evaluate and redress. He still won over this poor girl who should have won. And he drew boos, but people didn't like it. This gal who lost exited the mat and cried on her coach's chest. How was she supposed to beat a dude
I know,
strong as a horse? Even this other gal says, I didn't realize how strong she was. The strength definitely came into play.
Yep.
Oh, man.
It's terrible. Terrible.
Anyway, you can go on and on. It's just absolutely amazing. This chick that looks like a dude wrestling other chicks. There's some dude in that mixed martial arts, too, who's a dude who dresses like a gal, fighting gals, but he's a real dude. What is wrong with this world?
They're retarded. Seriously. And that's what irritates me. And I know.
I just
have no words.
Surrounded by idiots. I got to go get some coffee, maybe.
Ciao, babies.
Good night.